fellow Americans and other friends and subscribers around the world. Back again, mate. So this morning, I don't know how to start this off, really. Well, I'll start off with yesterday's video. You almost didn't get because we didn't get back here till late last night. I had it pretty much, uh-oh.
What are you talking about? Oh. Hey guys, sorry.
Just a little interruption. But didn't have, or I had it pretty much downloaded and stuff, but I didn't have it done or listed or anything. And we spent yesterday, and I don't even know what time it was, from mid-afternoon till into the late evening at the hospital in McCall. So, first of all, man, everybody, man, please send out your thoughts and prayers for old Red, my old buddy Red that lives on the, he's got a little cabin or shack down here. So now I'll tell you how this all came to be. You know, usually, Red on Christmas, usually he has a sister, and usually he'll go down and spend Christmas with his sister, and she's actually having some medical issues and stuff, so she's living, you know, he ain't got a place where he can stay or whatever, and didn't go down there for Christmas. You know, and Red spends all the holidays with us, man, has spent many Christmases with us, and you know, asked me to go on to spend Christmas with us or whatever, and no, I ain't feeling good. So that was, I think the last time I talked to him was on Christmas Eve. So then, on Christmas, you know, we got up in the morning and stuff, you know, and I didn't really think about it, but I didn't expect, you know, his cabin is over here, you know, a little ways, man. He's got his own little thing going on. And didn't think about nothing on Christmas, you know, and I would have wished him a Merry Christmas if I seen him out in the thing or whatever, and we ended up getting home late. So we just went to bed, you know, after we got everything taken care of, man. It was pretty late. And then yesterday, the day after Christmas, just got up doing my thing. Didn't think nothing of it. And I always look over, man, because I can see through the trees. You know, I always check on him, man, all the time, man. Maybe not person to person, but I always check on him, you know. And I looked over there and I seen his lights go on, so I knew that, you know, he was moving around up and down and all that. So I just went on with my, you know, I'd seen the lights come on. He was good. So just went on with my day. And, you know, Red, he comes and goes, you know, 2, 3, sometimes more times a day. He'll walk out to his pickup, which right now he's actually using an Exploder because his truck's getting worked on. And anyway, it's probably, man, I don't even know what time it was now, 1 or 2 o'clock, and maybe noon. Anyway, man, I go strolling over, and, you know, walking over to the rabbit's hutch or whatever, and there's no footprints, man, you know, because in the snow and stuff, I could see if there, because by then you can't see lights, you know, through the trees, because it's light, you know, and no red footprints. So I'm like, well, that's odd. And then Kitty came walking by or whatever, and I didn't have my phone on me, so I was all, hey, text Red, make sure everything's good. So then she went off and texted him, and hour or so went by or something like that, and without me even, and I was out busy out doing stuff, and I was actually making a clip for you guys, man. I was out at the creek, and so a little bit of time went by, and she sent him another text, and didn't hear nothing. And then I don't know how much time had went by or whatever, and actually Miss Kitty had to run into town, so her and Katie Jo ran into town, and then came back, and the first thing when she got back, she asked me, man, did you see or talk to Red? And I was all, no, did he never text you back? She said, no. And I was all, man, we better call him. And so ended up giving him a call, and man, it rained quite a few times. I'm like, oh, dude. And man, he picked it up, and man, he sounded like crap. And we're all, you're all right? What's the matter? You feeling down, sick, or anything? He's all, oh, yeah, my whole left side hurts from my feet to my shoulder. And we're like, holy crap, Red, get dressed, get our boots on and stuff, and we're going to run you down to the clinic, because we just have in the town down the road, is a little clinic, great little clinic. And so Miss Kitty's all, well, I'll take the dogs out, and all this commotion and stuff. So sitting over here and waiting for him to get dressed or whatever, man. And he comes over, and I'm telling you, man, holy crap, he looked horrible. I mean, unexplainably horrible. Man, he couldn't talk. He's doing this. And I'm like, what's the matter, man? Can't you breathe? And he's, barely. Man, so he's, so we're like, holy crap, and I thought he was having a heart attack or had been having it. And from what little information I got out right then, man, he'd been that way on Christmas too, man. I didn't check him on Christmas. And so then I'm like, oh, dude. And so Kitty took off down to into town to the clinic there, and I started putting the dogs up and everything, man, because I thought for sure, dude, they're going to life flight him or something, man, because, dude, he looked, bad. And so I started getting everything wrapped up so that, I could take off whichever direction we were going, because I figured they were going to fly him to Boise or something. And then Kitty called me, man, and they instantly let him into the, they have a little emergency room, because they just built a new clinic here a year ago or whatever, and they actually have an emergency room type thing that I didn't even know they had. So anyway, Kitty gets a hold of me, and then she's all, they're gonna ambulance him up to McCall. Man, his breathing, he's got this and that, and they don't know what's going on. They're putting everything all over him and everything like that. So man, I'm just, holy crap. So
Hi.
Hey.
You over here talking to yourself?
I am talking to myself.
Okay, excuse me.
It's a busy place. So they're putting all that stuff on him, and getting ready to take him, load him in, take him up in an ambulance to McCall, which is, man, like when I had my stroke and stuff, that's where I wanted to go, dude. Up in McCall, man, that is they have the most amazing food up there. It's insane. But that, McCall, that's where I want to be, man. Up in McCall, they are great. Now, man, as soon as you go down to Boise, you're just a number, man. You don't want to be down in Boise. So anyway, man, they're ambulancing him up there. And so by the time Kitty gets here, man, I've got the truck warmed up, and all the dogs are put up, and the animals and rabbits, everything's taken care of and ready to go. So I don't even know what time that was, man. Maybe 3 or something. It might have even been later than that. The whole thing was just like, whoa. So we jump in the truck, and head up and get up to McCall, and we actually beat the ambulance up to McCall. And so waiting in the waiting room and all that. And finally, they get him in and stuff, and we go in there, and they've got tubes and things, you know, everywhere, and they've got him doing this breathing thing, and it was like I can't remember what they called it, man, but it was like what Uncle Earl, if you watch my videos, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. But there's like this breathing thing you do and whatever, and then they determined, man, he's got emphysema. And, dude, he never even knew, or COPD, and never, ever, ever, you know, did he know that. And not only that, the test came back, he's got this influenza A or B or something like that. Then they made us wear masks and put little warning things on the outside of his room and all this stuff. And the breathing guy, the specialist up there, man, is just amazing. Amazing guy, man. Ex-military guy. Talking to him, man, he's just you know, handled old Red good. Old Red, there's usually me and Kitty can handle this old Red, and not a lot of people can. But anyway, but I mean, he ain't even hardly talking, man. He's just concentrating on trying to read just a little. So they got him on this breathing thing, and friggin', you know, to try to clear his lungs out or whatever. And they come in. Then they have this new X-ray machine, man. They came in with this X-ray machine. It was like a robot. It drove itself. Came in, and then it sets stuff, and stuff goes up and down, and all this crazy stuff. Then they had to step out of the room, and this thing takes picture, you know, X-rays and all this stuff. And then you can actually see the pictures of the X-rays, man. You could see it in his left lung, man. It was like that, you know, that full of phlegm or fluid or whatever, you know, which I thought pneumonia or something, but it was it's phlegm. And I guess, man, with the emphysema, you can't, your muscles or whatever, you can't choke that up, you know. So, man, we hung out with him in there, and then they were taking him out because they were doing all, you know, trying to determine what all this was. So they were doing CAT scans and all this kind of stuff. And so we took off, went and got something to eat, and then came back in about an hour. And by then they had him up in his room, and went up to his room and went in, and holy crap, man, it was like, man, old Red was back, man. He wasn't, I mean, obviously not totally up to par, but man, he was talking a little bit better and all that stuff. And, you know, of course, they still got him on, you know, I'll be surprised if he's not on oxygen from now on. But, because the oxygen levels were all the way down to like 56. And I think normal's, I don't even know what normal, 95 or something, 85 or something like that, you know, just watching his numbers. But I mean, dude, he was just barely breathing. So, this morning, you know, which is snowing, and there's, of course, he gets taken up to McCall in the hospital which they almost flew him over to Boise. But they said, I think we can take care of him here. So, man, thank goodness, man. 'Cause, boy, man, like I said, you're just a number in Boise, man. I don't want nothing to do with Boise hospitals. So, anyway, this morning, called him here about an hour ago, and dude, he sounds, I mean, he's talking and everything, and dude, I haven't heard him talk and sound like that for a couple of years, man. He's had this rattle in his chest, and I kept on telling him, you need to go to the doctor, you need to go to the doctor. Dude, try telling a 73-year-old man, you know, I tell him all the time, but he don't listen to me. He listens to Kitty better than he listens to me. He blows me off. You know, or what he does is, I tell him something, and he'll be all grumpy about it, and ponder it, and then usually the next day, you know, he'll go with it. But I've been trying to get him, he's been scared to go to the doctor just because, you know, who knows what they're, you know, he's really concerned that he's got cancer or something. So they didn't say, you know, they haven't found nothing like that yet, but anyway, this morning he sounded great. I don't know if they're keeping him again tonight. Me and the girls are going to actually run down to the flatlands to get some supplies. That was their plan. And then they were not going to go, because of Red. And I said, well, if they call and he's got to get picked up, then I'll just take the grandkids and we'll go and get him. But, all that hospital stuff usually takes quite a while. So, if they let him out, I don't think it would be till this afternoon. So they're going to run down there. And we're going to call him every 2 hours. The nurse is supposed to call us back, but haven't heard from her yet. But, man, he sounded a lot better. And, I hope you don't have to have no oxygen or anything like that. But so, man, thoughts and prayers for old Red. That, we've been friends for 33, 34 years, man. Forever. He's watched all my kids. Oh, well, he came along right after Cara was born, but he's watched all the kids be born, and, he's been Uncle Red forever, so keep him in your thoughts and prayers, please, and dang, it's getting old, man. I'll tell you what, getting old ain't for sissies. Good Lord willing, and them creeks don't rise. We'll be back again tomorrow. See ya.